Hello, and welcome to this segment of Ask a CFO that is presented by the Florida CFO Group. I'm Carl Falletta, and I'll be your host today, along with Jim Dietz and Don Retreage. Today, we'll be discussing how the broader economic environment is impacting individual businesses and what steps a business owner can take to mitigate adverse outcomes. Today, it seems like all economic indicators are flashing that recession is imminent. Pre-COVID, most businesses have enjoyed more than 10 years of an economy that was expanding. And recession is concerning because it signals an economic contraction. Now business owners everywhere are looking for ways to prepare for what's next. Jim, how are your clients preparing for what could be a significant slowdown?
Thanks, Carl. You're right, there's a lot to think about in the current environment. What you think and what actions you take depends really on your industry and certainly your company's situation. If you might be in the real estate industry and perhaps in the home building space, you'll be concerned about customer affordability. Your product cost has continued to increase, mortgage rates are going up. Do you want to start that new project or do you need to preserve liquidity? If you're in perhaps the consumer goods space, you've been working with your vendors on supply chain issues for a long time. Now we're seeing big companies like Walmart and Target talk about declining sales, and part of that's attributed to inflation, which is draining customer dollars away from products they'd otherwise buy towards gas and towards food. And so what steps do you want to take? How do you want to manage your supply chain to make sure you don't have lingering inventories, which is something you haven't had for a very long time? A third point I'd make is if you have a transaction like an M&A transaction pending or a capital raise or a bank deal, now is the time to rush those transactions to completion. I would not wait for a better quote from a bank or better execution or pricing on an M&A transaction. Now would be the time to complete that transaction and avoid the potential uncertainty to come. Thanks very much and good luck.
Jim, thank you for that insight. Hey, Don, what are you hearing from your clients?
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Carl. The prevailing sentiment in the middle market, which is where most of our clients are, continues to be optimism, but with an important caveat. As COVID-19 concerns continue to subside, most middle market business owners characterize the financial outlook of their enterprises as very good or excellent. Yet, doubts about the overall U.S. economy remain due to inflation pressure, pending interest rate hikes, and the possibility of recession. Despite these broader economic concerns, as well as lingering supply chain issues and labor shortages, middle market businesses are investing in growth and approaching the second half of 2020 with confidence. Companies feel very comfortable with their balance sheets, and they feel they have the opportunities to leverage their balance sheet for growth. But when it comes to the overall U.S. economy, factors like midterm elections, rising interest rates, inflation, geopolitical risks, and increasing energy costs are all contributing to the uncertainty about the bigger picture.
Thanks, Don. All of us at the Florida CFO Group hope that this information has been helpful. And if you have questions or need additional information, you can find us at www.floridacfogroup.com. Thank you and best of luck.